Hey YouTube, this is Steve from Average Joe's Fantasy Football. We've got your Week 15 start and sit video for the quarterback position. Yes, most of you are in the start of your playoffs for fantasy. For those of you who are still playing as a regular season, hopefully you guys are getting yourselves in a good position, getting a bye, maybe a seeding, whatever the situation may be. But most of you, this is the playoffs. So this is a big one for everyone. Now, there's a Thursday night game with Aiden O'Connell, stick, there's no Herbert, unfortunately. So obviously we're going to pass that game. But there are 3 games on Saturday you have to obviously pay attention to. Games on Sunday and then, of course, Monday. So these are your obvious quarterbacks that should be in your lineup. I don't have many. I don't have a lot of confidence in the quarterback position. And it's a really tough one this week because of injuries and because of everything that's going on at the quarterback position. These are the guys you should start. Now, my first quarterback I recommend as a good start is going to be Russell Wilson versus the Lions. Look, Lions have struggled against the pass all year long. They have been struggling, allowing 19 points a game. And being that Denver is playing for a wild card spot, I really believe Russell really should and will turn up his performance in this one. Wilson's got a great connection with Cortland Sutton, who's been a touchdown machine. Obviously, you still have Jerry Jeudy, who can make some big plays. But the biggest thing is that Denver has been utilizing Javonte Williams, who has been great in fantasy. And because of that, is allowing Wilson to kind of be calm, spread the ball around, and play really good ball. With that said, they're going to be probably forced to throw a little bit more than they would like, just because the Lions offense really is a good offense. They're able to keep up with most teams. They're able to score pretty much at will for the most part. But again, this is a matchup that Wilson has to play really well. I like this matchup. Wilson has averaged 17 points a game after the bye, which has been pretty good. He's done a really good job. He's been efficient. He's been able to play very smart, no turnovers, which has been great. Of course, in fantasy, that's always a value. I really like this matchup for him. I think he should be a good start for you guys this week. Another quarterback I like is Matthew Stafford versus the Commanders. Look, Commanders are near the bottom when it comes to stopping the pass. They're allowing 21.7 points a game to the quarterback and 277 yards in the air and about 2 passing touchdowns a game. So this is a matchup that's perfect for Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford had a great game last week against the Baltimore Ravens. Didn't get the win, unfortunately, but it was a great finish for that game. Stafford looked good. And that was against a really, really tough Ravens defense. Now going against a Commanders defense that's struggling, this is perfect. In the last 3 games that Stafford has played, he's averaging 23.6 points. Stafford should be an automatic start for you this week. Now, the last quarterback I like this week is going to be Jordan Love versus the Bucs. Bucs are almost allowing 300 yards a game in the air and 18 points as well. Jordan Love had a hiccup last Monday night against the Giants. He did not play well, only putting up 9 points in fantasy. So I understand the hesitant, not wanting to put Jordan Love in the matchup, but this is too good because the matchup is really good. Bucs are not playing well defensively. They've got a lot of injuries, whether it be in the secondary or even at the mid-level at the linebacker spot. They've just got a lot going on defensively. Being that this is a game that both teams really need to win, especially the Bucs to try to stay in the first spot in the division of the South, they have to play well. And I think that's going to force Jordan Love to play well. He's done a really good job. We'll wait and see how, if Christian Watson plays, I think Watson will always add value. Jaden Reed's done really well, and of course, Romeo Doubs. But this is a game I do like for Jordan Love to have some success and perform really well. Now, the first quarterback I'm going to sit, Trevor Lawrence versus the Ravens. It's tough. Baltimore has been great against the pass. Their last week was not normal, allowing Stafford to have that great game because Ravens are only allowing 13 points a game. And they're also creating a turnover per game. And that's something that Trevor Lawrence has had some struggles this season. He has been turning over the ball. He's gotten a lot better as of recently. The last few games, Lawrence has been fantastic. So it is tough to sit him because you're probably dealing with injuries and you've got to play him. But I do have some concerns because the Ravens defense has played well. And the fact that realistically, the Jaguars aren't playing great. They're doing well offensively, but I have fear that he's going to have a turnover. I fear that his mobility is still, hindering him because of his ankle injury that does not allow him to move well in the pocket. And one of the things that he's done a great job is he's been scoring on the ground and being able to make plays outside of the pocket. Now having Christian Kirk is also a concern. And of course, you've got the rib injury issue with Travis Etienne. It's just this offense is definitely in some, they're just kind of unfortunately just dealing with a lot. So with that said, I do understand if you're going to play Trevor Lawrence. I would sit him if I have another option. Another quarterback I'm not in love with this week is going to be Kyler Murray versus the 49ers. I know he's back from a bye. Sometimes that's great. You get extra time to kind of plan for your opponent, but their opponent is the 49ers. And let's be honest, the 49ers have done a great job stopping quarterbacks pretty much all season. They're creating a turnover per game. They're only holding quarterbacks to 14 points a game. Now, the one thing that Murray has always done a good job as is able to make plays happen with his feet. So that might help him in fantasy, giving you maybe, let's just say 50, 60 yards on the ground, which is 5 to 6 points, and then maybe a touchdown or so, right? Like he has the ability to possibly do okay. I have him as a low quarterback this week, and the fact that this is going to be a game that 49ers could run away with it. Murray's going to be forced to throw, which means they know they have to do that, which again, you're freeing Chase Young and Nick Bosa after him. I do have some concerns. Now, the last quarterback I'm going to sit, Jared Goff versus the Broncos. I know the offense has done well. I know they can score, but Denver, since the bye, has only allowed an average of 13 points a game to the quarterback and only 230 passing yards. Goff has been struggling since Thanksgiving. He's only averaging 14 points a game. Like, that matchup is just, it's too perfect. Goff has not played very well. So this is a game that I do expect Denver's defense to play better. I do have a concern that Goff throws an interception or a fumble and is average. That's it. Now, I get it. You're going to probably play him, but I don't expect a lot. Now, my sleeper of the week is going to be Geno Smith versus the Eagles. Now, this is obviously due if he ends up playing. Like, obviously with the concern he didn't play last week, and he's dealing with a pretty bad injury that has been tough for him. If he does end up playing, this is a great matchup. Philadelphia has struggled against the pass. They are just not performing well. They're allowing 21.9 points a game to the quarterback, 2 touchdowns per game as well. This is a great matchup. Geno, in 2 of the last 4 games, has thrown over 300 yards. He's done a pretty good job at getting some points. This is a matchup that he has the opportunity to do really well. They're going to be forced to. I think Philly comes out strong. I think Philly does get the win. So that's going to force Geno and the passing offense to try to keep up with Philly. But with that said, keep an eye on the injury. If he is going to play, I do like him as a nice little sleeper. So those are my start sits and sleepers for week 15. If you guys have questions for your lineup, hit them in the comments down below. If you guys still doing trades, if you're in Dynasty, or if maybe redraft, you're still doing trades, ask away. We'd love to help you out with those trade questions. Of course, make sure you guys smash the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because we'll be dropping more start and sit videos. And again, make sure you hit the like button. I'll check you guys out next time.